Hey everybody, welcome to another video by yours truly, Calf. I'm going to be going over a very basic tutorial of Rainbow Six Siege. Siege is a first-person tactical shooter that came out back in 2015. They have been constantly updating this game every few months. I think Ubisoft has done a fantastic job of keeping this game fresh and relevant over the years. I'm going to be going over everything on the home screen here, and then I'm going to go over operators, and go kind of give you a brief tour of the shop. And then after this, I'm going to go into a custom match by myself and kind of show you how an attack phase works and a defense phase works. And then at the end of the video, I'm going to have some raw gameplay of an attack and defense phase so you can kind of see how everything comes together. And before we get into the video, I do want to remind you guys that I do stream on Twitch every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. Link is going to be in the description below, as well as the links to my social media. All right, now that that's over with, let's get into the video. So when you boot up the game, this is going to be the main screen you see. Every month or so, they come out with a new operator and a new operation. This just started last week. This operation now is Shadow Legacy. Basically, that pretty much means they drop a new operator on top of a lot of pretty major updates. Up top here, you're going to see Home, Operators, and Shop. When you first start, the only playlist you'll have access to is going to be Newcomer. So you have access to the Newcomer playlist from level 0 to 50. Ideally, this is the playlist that you'll want to play when you first start the game, because obviously it's kind of for you to learn the lay of the land, learn the maps, kind of learn what the game is all about. This little grid here shows you the rules for every single different mode, or different playlist, I should say. So you got Newcomer, Quick Match, Unranked, and Ranked. I'll leave this up. You can pause it if you want to analyze this to look at the rules. This big button right here basically just shows you the last playlist you played. So if you want to get into a playlist quickly and not have to hit that, just click that and it'll put you right into a match. When you click this, like I did before, you can pick what you want to play. So like I'm only rank 18, so I don't have access to ranked. On top of the PvP aspect of the game, there is training grounds, which essentially you can do online co-op with up to 5 people, or lone wolf, and this is really good to get into if you want to practice your aim. It just puts you up against AI opponents on the maps and you can shoot them essentially. Now the other buttons on the main screen are going to be, this is going to be where you find your alpha packs. So with alpha packs, you gain a chance to get a random cosmetic item after you win every game. And the more games you play, the higher chances you get for getting an alpha pack. So I actually just got one with this last game I played. So let's click on that. And I can open it. And I just drag my mouse. Click. And that's a skin I got for my Deagle. And it shows you all of the operators that have that gun. You can actually get alpha packs with the in-game currency. I guess I should mention the in-game currency. The in-game currency is called Renown. So after every match you play, you get what's called Renown, and you can spend it on alpha packs, or you can spend it on operators or cosmetics in the game. Pretty much everything in this game is available to unlock just by playing the game. Granted, there's a lot of things it'll take a long time for you to unlock. A lot of the stuff also you can unlock by paying for it. Most of the stuff's going to be cosmetic. We'll get into that later in the video though. So that's alpha packs. This button right here brings up your boosters, and essentially you can get boosters by leveling up the battle pass, or you can pay for them as well. But basically when you activate a booster, it gives you 2 times renown, and you have anything up to 90 days. If I were to activate this 1-day renown booster, though, it would start counting down right now. It doesn't matter if you're in a match or not. It is legit 24 hours, regardless if you're in game or not. So ideally, you're going to want to use these when you know that you're going to be playing the game for a extended period of time. If you click this, this will show you your challenges. So I already did mine for today, but every day you get different challenges to do that will give you renown. And then with Ubisoft Club, if you make an Ubisoft account, there's also other challenges you can do with your Ubisoft account. So ideally, you just want to go in here every day, check what's in here, add them all, and as you play the game, you earn XP and renown as well. This is just a bunch of advertisements for like different cosmetics they have going on in game, what's new in game, kind of stuff like that. And then this big guy right here is the Battle Pass, which works exactly like pretty much any other Battle Pass in any game. You pretty much play the game to level the Battle Pass up. You get cosmetics, you can get renown boosters, you can get alpha packs by leveling up your Battle Pass. And you can do challenges as well to gain battle points towards your Battle Pass, which actually levels up your Battle Pass a lot. It makes it a lot easier to level up by doing these. I'm not sure how often these reset, but you can check these every week or so and see what else pops up. They're pretty easy to do. So overview, this kind of gives you some background on the story of, or the lore of Shadow Legacy, progression to see how far you've gotten, your challenges, and kind of it breaks down how it works. So if you want to read this, feel free to pause the video and read this. And then when you go up here on the home screen, this little thing right here shows you your current squad. If you click on this, it shows you your name and then all your empty slots. You can invite players, you can look at your invitations. This is what rank you are, this is how much renown you have, how many Rainbow Six credits you have, which Rainbow Six credits you purchase with real money. And then let's take a look at the settings. In general, you can change your squad privacy, you can change your matchmaking preferences. So if you're in quick match, you can change what modes you want to play. So I have hostage and secure area off and bomb only on. So every time I play quick match, I won't get hostage or secure area. Training grounds preferences, map preferences for training grounds. And basically, this is all kind of up to you whether or not, like, it'll give you a description on the side of what everything does. This game is very good at describing what does what. Audio, your typical audio settings, essentially, like whether or not you want push to talk or open mic or disable it altogether. Voice chat volume, all that sort of stuff. Display. If you want to, these are all my display settings. I looked these up on a website. These are essentially the settings that most pros use. So you can take a look at that, pause. You can pause the video and look at those if you want to copy those. Same with the graphics. I looked up the best settings, essentially, for this game, because this game isn't really one where you need to have it look very good. I wanted it to be more on the performance side of things, where I could always get 144 frames or more. So if you want to look at these, feel free to pause, take a look, copy them. Controls, everything's customizable. I have my mouse set at 800 DPI with these sensitivity settings. If you want to take a look at these, feel free. I looked these up as well. This is what most pros use. And then this is a new thing they just added. So if you go under accessibility, you can actually change the color of your optics to whatever you want. So I have mine set to orange, but you can do red, like pretty much any color you want to. And you can change the opacity of it as well, which is a really nice feature. And that is it for the main screen. And when you go into operators, it shows you the newest operator on the side here, and then attackers and defenders. So if you click on attackers, it'll bring up all the attackers that are available to purchase. And then if you click defenders, same thing. And all the operators you can unlock with renown. So the base operators that came out when the game first launched are only 1,000 renown, which is really easy to acquire. And then once you get up to the year 1 and 2 ops, it gets a little bit higher. And then when you get to year 4, they're 15,000 renown a piece. Then you got 20,000, and then like the more recent ones are 25,000. Like I said, you can grind out the game to buy all these. They obviously want you to spend money if you want to get them right now. And you might be wondering, oh, this is like, is this pay to win? Like, this kind of seems like pay to win. And that's not the case at all. Pretty much any of the operators that don't come with the base game aren't super necessary. I find myself playing with the base operators a lot because some of the best operators in the game are the base operators. Don't be turned off by the fact that you can buy operators with real money, because the game is actually very balanced and you don't necessarily need to buy the new operators in order to do well. There's no one that's like completely OP, in my opinion at least. And I just realized that we're talking about operators. I never explained what an operator is. So basically, an operator has their own loadout specific to them, and they have their own gadget that's specific to them. So Sledge, for example, if you click on him, it will show you the difficulty, speed, and armor, and then it'll say right here what his gadget is. So he has a breaching hammer that can break through walls. Go to loadout. He has guns that are and gadgets that are specific to him. You can customize headgear, uniforms, all these you can unlock with renown or real money. But if you click on it, it would take me way too long to go through literally every single operator. But if you do decide to start playing this game, you can kind of click and browse around to see what operators suits your playstyle. And the last tab we have is shop. And this shows you everything that is for sale, whether it's cosmetic or operators or whatever. Pretty standard for a game like this. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is hop into a custom match, and I'm going to show you guys kind of how an attack round works and a defend round works. Let's get into it. All right, so I just dropped into a custom match solo, so I'm on attacker. So when you start off on attacker, you are going to first be on this screen, and you're going to decide where you want to spawn. And then after that, you're going to decide what operator you want to choose or play as. So I'll choose Sledge, and then you could choose what loadout you want, confirm loadout, and just so you know, there are no duplicate operators allowed, so
we need to locate a
there's
bomb.
that. So the first part of the round is the preparation phase. So with attackers, you drone out the area. The main objective here is to figure out who is on the other team, like what operators there are, and where the bomb sites are. If we were actually playing a real match, you would hear like footsteps and stuff, and you'd have a better idea of where to go. So with bomb, we're playing bomb. It's to plant the diffuser on one of the bomb sites. So when you're on the attack, there are cameras like these that the defenders can use to see where you are, essentially. You can shoot these, they won't be able to use that camera anymore. There's barricades, so barricades, you can hit 1, 2, 3 times, and they will break every time. With walls, there are soft walls like these that you can shoot through. These walls can be reinforced to where they cannot be shot through. And then there are hard walls, which cannot ever be blown up by anything, and they can never be shot through. Now with Sledge's ability, he's got a sledgehammer. He can destroy walls, so you can destroy walls. Everything, like soft walls, are totally destructible. So there, you'll see that there's breach charges and a whole lot of other gadgets that let you go through walls. On top of that, you don't only get to do a drone on the drone phase. You actually can, if your drone wasn't destroyed in the prep phase, you can bring it up by Okay, I threw out my extra drone. So we'll just go over this. So you do have an extra drone in your back pocket, so you can drone out different rooms to see if there are any enemies there. Then you can exit out of it, of course. And then if you want to go back, you just hit the 5 button. And then you can, if your other drone is up, you can actually switch between them. Let's try to find this bomb site.
located a bomb.
Okay, so bomb site. So with bomb, there are 2 sites. Always 2 sites.
Been located.
So this is site 2. And then with every operator, they have their special gadget. And then they have a kind of a generic gadget. So I've got stun grenades. So you can throw those with G. Stun grenades will blind people. Floors can be soft as well. And a big thing is our hatches. So hatches are also destructible. And you could drop through them. And then there are hard and soft floors. So you can destroy floors and you can look down and peek enemies through floors. And then something like this, can't do it. But you can kind of tell what's soft and what's not. So clearly hardwood, punch through, look down there, and then you can ping things. So say if you notice an enemy, you can either call them out through voice comms or you can ping. You can ping to let your teammates know where someone is. You can crouch, you can prone, all that sort of stuff. Oh, yeah, and another cool thing about this, you can lean. Say you want to go over here, peek out. Very useful mechanics. And another thing to know as well, headshots will always instantly kill you. If you get killed with body shots or leg shots or whatever, limb shots, you will go down the first time you lose all your health. And then you are able to be revived by teammates. But if you get hit in the head by any gun, you instantly die. Well, actually, I never went over this. So the whole objective of the attackers is to either wipe the entire enemy team. So it is 5v5. So if you kill all 5 enemies, you win the round. Or if you go in and successfully plant it and you protect it and you defuse the bomb, then you win the round as well, regardless of who is alive on the other team. Got it? Got it. Excellent. Let's go to defense. Yeah? All right. So we are on defense now. So only ranked and unranked allow you to choose site. Quick match and newcomer automatically choose the site for you. It's totally at random. So let's just randomly do this one. And we will choose Jaeger. Now, the objective of defense on bomb is to make sure the enemy team does not plant the bomb diffuser. And in order to win is you either have to wipe the enemy team or you have to run the timer out, essentially. So if the enemy team does not plant the bomb diffuser within the allotted time, then your team wins the round. So the first phase of defense is the prep phase. So you run around and essentially prep your defenses. So
10 seconds to insertion.
You can reinforce walls so that soft walls can't be shot through. These kind of walls can be blown through with hard breach charges, though, as well as thermite charges and the Hibana pellets and whatever. Also, if you notice up in the left corner by the scoreboard, that little 9, that is the pool of reinforcements that your team has. So you don't necessarily have to reinforce if you don't want to. You can have your other teammates use all the reinforcements. Once that hits 0, then your team is totally out of reinforcements and you can't reinforce walls anymore. So we'll do this one. You get points for pretty much doing everything in this game. So you'll get XP for reinforcing walls. I'll throw my trophy system up here. So those will get rid of any grenades thrown through that door unless somebody shoots and destroys that device. And you get points for that you get points for pretty much doing anything that's team related in this game, as well as getting kills. You have unlimited barricades, so you can barricade pretty much any doorway you want to. You have unlimited barricades. If you do decide to go outside, it'll give you a timer. You'll be totally exposed to the enemy team. Your icon and your body will be highlighted, and they will know exactly where you are. So you can't just run out all willy-nilly and like decide to get some kills. You'll be at a huge disadvantage. So you don't typically want to do that. Typically with defenders, they have more defensive kind of gadgets. So I've got barbed wire. Barbed wire, if an enemy steps through that, it will significantly slow them down. If you walk through it, it won't slow you down. It takes, just for the attack side to know, it takes 2 hits to destroy barb. Also, you can also ping. And then if you hit 5, you will have access to all the cameras that are placed around the map. And like I said, attackers can destroy these. So typically you want to get to these really quick, especially the outside ones, because a lot of people do know exactly where they are placed throughout the map. They are not randomly placed. They are in the same places every single time. And speaking of cameras, at the beginning of the prep phase, you will see the attacker drones. You want to make sure to destroy the attacker drones to make sure that they do not have any sort of recon on your defenses. Oh yeah, and one thing I did forget to mention, there is friendly fire in every single mode of this game. So you will get team killed by toxic people, and you will accidentally team kill people just because they, get in your way. So just be mindful of that. Don't shoot your teammates because they will die. Now I will show you some raw gameplay with no commentary. That way you can kind of see how everything kind of comes together, and you can kind of see what a couple rounds actually look like. I want to thank anybody who decided to click on this video. I really hope that you found it helpful. If you found it helpful, please do not forget to hit like and subscribe. If you have anything to add or have any questions at all, feel free to comment in the comment sections down below. Enjoy the gameplay that comes after this. If you click off of it, totally understand. All right, I'll catch you guys in the next one. I'm out.
Need to use your drone to locate a bomb. Be advised, your drone has located a bomb. Seconds to insertion. 5 seconds to insertion. You found a bomb. Make your way to its location and defuse it.
Pussy's one.
You must recover the diffuser. Down to one friendly. Op 4 eliminated all friendlies. Secure the bombs.
He's ready.
Razor wire ready.
Pest in position. Body set. Deploying ADS.
We're ready for company. Deploying welcome mat.
10 seconds left.
Floor is secure!
5 seconds and counting.
Artillery is active.
Bomb locations are secure.
Playing Carpenter on that wall. Gonna reload.
Op 4 found a bomb. You must defend it. Op 4, last stop standing.
Injured.
You will be detected if you remain in this area. You have been spotted. Op 4 eliminated. Mission successful.